So this is just the latest news in there have been U.S. regulators have come out and said that U.S. markets should stay open during the crisis. I don't know if this is can be considered completely definitive, but thanks to Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading for the tip on this. Check him out on YouTube. And he's got a great channel that live streams every day after the close. Okay, so here's the article. It says U.S. markets should stay open despite intense volatility, the head of the U.S. securities regulator said on Monday, quashing industry speculation that the government might shut down the country's exchanges to stop a plunge in prices. So there you have it, folks. The market should stay open. We did see a new top in the VIX today quite recently. So things not over yet for the markets, but this is certainly a good sign that markets will stay open. I'd rather know the bad news than just be kept in the dark about everything. So once again, getting reports that markets should, quote unquote, stay open during this whole period. We have had a little bit of a rally, but and then a little give back here. We are at a level right now that's higher than where we were a lot of the day Friday. We'll see if we can maintain in this area. I would see it as a victory if we can stay and not make new lows today. I would see that as a victory for the markets. We did not take out the low today that we attained on Friday in the NASDAQ. However, we did take out the low that we attained Friday in the S&P, just barely. So although if we compare this to the last two trading sessions, it's almost sideways action compared with the close we had on Friday after the speech by the president. We are down from there. But overall, in the last two trading sessions, sideways action. We do see remarkably the VIX making new highs as well as the VVIX making new highs. So let's go to the VVIX for a second. We've seen a mixture of call and put buying in the VVIX. However, VVIX, to refresh your memory, is going to give you an indication of the volatility of VIX options. These being the options traded at the CBOE that are based on the VIX hedged with VIX futures. We've seen the volatility of those options on the VIX, implied volatility move higher once again today, move markedly higher, as you can see, a new high of 192 in the VVIX. We also saw those move higher on the session Friday. This is an indicator used by many to show that the market is moving like crazy, and it doesn't disappoint today with this big upwards point movement in the VVIX. So up 17 points. That's a big up move in the VVIX. So we'll see if we can hold these current levels with the markets. Let's take a quick look at the headlines while I have you in front of me here. Today's headlines: Fed pumps and pumps and pumps. U.S. near shutdown, living through history, etc., etc. Defiant, Mexico holds a big music festival. Some people are heading to the areas that have already been affected by the virus to kind of avoid the virus, according to this, although travel seems to be pretty tough. Mexico holds big music festival despite virus. All right, so this is actually an article from yesterday, but it says while the virus has led authorities around the globe to cancel concerts and sporting events, and events shut down daily activities in some places, Mexico City is going ahead with Vive Latino, one of the most important musical festivals in the country. Latest: Norwegian Airways lays off 90% of workers. Low-cost airline Norwegian Air Shuttles Monday is canceling 85% of its flights and temporarily laying off 90% of its staff. Now, I think it is a good thing when companies are able to be flexible and take actions to stay in business. I although I don't like it, the workers are laid off. I applaud the flexibility of companies doing what they need to stay in business and be flexible. That's a good thing, in my opinion, that companies stay flexible and focus on staying in business so that there is something to come back to after all of this is over. We did see stuff come completely off the lows right on the open. As soon as we had that second circuit breaker off, things rallied from there. Now we're giving back a little bit. We'll see if we can hold in this area with the financial markets. Keep it locked here on the Famous Dave channel for up-to-the-date market information, analysis, and what have you in the days ahead. Thank you for viewers, and we'll see you next time.